of that. I don't know what's beyond the page turn. I'm like, okay, we get there, we go. Say a line, turn the page, and there's a whole conversation. And I'm like, Steph? this page where things are happening? They're talking during it? What sounds? She's like, well, you're not making sounds. I'm like, you knew what I meant. Why did you do this to me? That was tough. Because she was there, the engineer was a friend of mine, so he was giggling me through the glass. And then like the other women that worked in the studio just sort of poked in their head right at that moment to be like, oh, hello. I'll tell you. Oh, that scene. Go on. It's like, don't look at me! It was a little rough. No, I love Paradise Kiss. I wish Paradise Kiss had gotten more love, and I wish it hadn't been one of the casualties of the whole Jenny-on situation, for lack of a better, yeah. But then it got re-picked up, so yay. Re-picked up, that's like a word. I'm so sorry. So you still see it around there sometimes. If you see it, buy it. Because I don't see it very often. But it's beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot. Veering back this way, then veering over here like a pendulum.
Hey Garage, Loktar Ogara, sir.
What's up?
I've been noticing a big problem around the Horde lately, and there's a bunch of goblins running around, and as a fellow goblin hater, I was wondering, what do you plan to do about all those dirty little goblins?
Oil them, mash and put them in a stew? Oh my god, I just got a Garage figure. Because they finally came out with it, they kept like putting it back and putting it back. It is beautiful. I will admit to that, I get figures of my characters when I make them, because it's awesome to be like, I voiced him. He looks so badass with his giant like tusk shoulder pads and that axe. He's all like, "Wow," with his face. He can do whatever the goblins he wants. He can just pun them, he can step on them, he can see how many he can shove into his mouth, like the marshmallow game. You know, how many goblins he can like, shove your buddy, shove your buddy, shove your buddy. There's a dude near my house who works at the McDonald's drive-thru, and he's got the Horde symbol tattooed on his neck. And someday, after he hands me the food, I was going to be like, Loktar Ogara! But I'm afraid I'll do it before he hands me my food, like in the process of being like, here's your milkshakes, they're Loktar Ogara! At which point my food would probably come off the break and be like, oh! Whole chain of events. Unfortunately, I knocked over a gas pump or something. So, I have abstained from doing that. Warcraft. I played Warcraft for a while. And then I realized one day, I had that epiphany, as some of you may have had, where you're like, I play the MMOs a little too much. I step back. It's tough when you're an actor or a writer or doing like the artsy-fartsy job that doesn't have the regular hours to sometimes like maintain your... I think so. Whoa. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Were you not hearing me back there? Nothing of importance was said. You missed nothing. It's tough doing the non-regular job because you have to be accountable for your own time and like keep on yourself. Like, I'm going to do this from 9 to 10, this from 10 to 11, and this from 11 to 12. And that can easily turn into, I'm going to play Warcraft from 9 to 12. Then take an hour off for lunch and play from 1 to 4. So I don't play the MMOs anymore because it is a failing of myself. I'm like, I need video games that end. But then if they end too fast, I'm mad. I'm like, 4 hours for $60? What is this? So there's really no pleasing me. Actually, rather than veering this way, because I was like, hey, less people make whatever, I'm going to bounce back and forth with people over here who don't leave. That would suck.
From the taiyou bloopers, can you say 5 cats for 5 marks at Arby's?
I knew this day would come. You are the first person, you're officially the first person to request this of me, of something that I will say many thousands of times over the course of my life, I'm sure. 5 cats for 5 Deutschmarks at Arby's. Like an Arby's cat. I'm sure there are Arby's marketing guys who like check Twitter to see what people are saying about Arby's. Who are like, what the? What? Is he a cat? What? Who is this guy? When I go down to Texas to work on things, just to maximize my time, I'll go down and like record a full day, full day, and then go home and cry because I'm sad because I miss my friends. So when the bloopers were recorded, it was, you know, we were many hours into whatever trip down there that was. And I was a little in the head, as you can tell from the outtakes. So I sort of, I remembered that I had said goofy stuff, but I didn't remember what. And then the internet reminded me. Wow. And that Bevins line still cracks me up. Even watching the bloopers, where I'm laughing about knowing what he's going to say, I'm still laughing even though I know what he's going to say. It's very meta. Those R's and L's, they just crack up. Oh, Natalia. I almost didn't try it for Natalia. Actually, Natalia and Black Butler are alike. I was all emo, like, I'm just not going to read for it, because I'm not good. I don't have an Indian accent. It's not racist. And they all look all like chibi, and I'm that guy, like, I was very emo. Because in the audition copy, it was like the little chibi versions of all of them. And again, I'm like, I don't sound like a German 3-year-old. But then my girlfriend was like, you can't complain about not getting cast if you don't try. And I'm like, I like complaining. Fine, I'll audition, and then I'll complain. And then I got cast, I was like, this is even better than complaining. I like this. And I'm glad I did. So now, when I almost do like, I'm not going to audition, I'm just like, no, you're going to audition, dude. You're going to audition. Not that I get it, but then I'm like, yeah, I audition. Yeah, actually that keeps happening now that I feel kind of funny. Now that I think about it, that keeps happening. I keep being like, I'm not even going to try. Why try? Actors are weird. Don't date an actor. You know it. And if you're an actor, don't date another actor. That's just doubling down crazy. Little PSA for all of you out there. Other questions? Wait, any questions over here?
It's an epic question. Come on, guys.
The lights. It burns.
Your face.
Yes.
What was it like playing Scorpion and Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat?
Oh, it was really awesome. It's no TM Revolution. What? No, I started listening to TM Revolution because he'd like would do the intros for Basra. And I'd get all the fun, I'd be like, yeah! Ah! And then they just do like the shimmy shimmy, I'm like, yeah! Scorpion, that's where I was. I love voicing Scorpion, but Scorpion's one of those where I realized that at any moment Ed Boon could be like, yeah, I want to be Scorpion again. And I have to be like, okay, dog, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I am. It's like in Lord of the Rings. The one dude that went crazy and then he was on fire and he fell off the cliff. Like, he wasn't the king, he was just like the steward. I feel like that was Scorpion. Like, I'm not, I mean, I guess the more that I do, the more Scorpion-esque I get. But it's more like Ed Boon set up this precedent of Scorpion being awesome and badass, and he's handed me the baton, and I have to not follow my face. So that if someday he's like, pass me the baton, I just be like, and he'd be like, and then he can run. That's not how relay races work at all. Yeah, PU's never my strong point. Other questions over here? What would Germany do in this situation? They'd probably kick down that one and be like, shut up! And then go into a really long, fast speech. Speaking of the bloopers, the one where I was like, Arnold Schwarzenegger-esque. My very first line to Talia, the one where they're at the meeting and they're all doing doing the jibba jabba, and he's like, shut up. That was the first line of his we recorded. Sometimes you start with lines that aren't the first actual sequential line to sort of get into the character, and then you go back to the beginning. Oh no, Scott was like, we're starting here, and I was like, yes. That was a really tough line, because I'm still like getting the accent locked in, and it was 1,000 words long, and it was as fast as possible. But after that moment, I felt like I could do anything, so maybe it was a good, empowering place to start. It nurtured me as an artist, as a tender soul. That's what Germany would do. Got a wall and yell and shut up. That's not what I would do, but Germany would do that. Yeah. Almost you, but first you.
What was your favorite scene? What was your favorite scene to do in Continuum Shift?
Continuum Shift. Blaze Blue. The last fighting game I did before Blaze Blue, my session was half an hour long.
Yeah.
So then I went into Blaze Blue. I'm like, oh, fighting game. You know, this will be brief. Out comes the script. For those who play Blaze Blue, there's a crazy never-ending story. So I'm like flipping through, like, this is a fighting game? Like, yeah, it's a fighting game. We'll do like first and exerts at the end. I'm like, fighting game? Fighting game? Oh, geez, I would pick a moment. I don't even know what the answer would be because it's so good. You know what I mean? It's not like blah 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 blah. One good moment, blah blah blah. It's you know, it's not a moment, but any time that Ragna is interacting with Tao, I love Tao. I cannot get enough Tao in my life. Everything she says cracks me up. She is so good. I've gotten to see her record Tao, and she enjoys it. Everyone watching enjoys it. It's just so much fun. Oh, Tao Conquer. I'm not good using her. I try fighting with her. I'm all over the place. But I'm not good at Blaze Blue anyway, because I try using, Ragna. I'm like, that's me. And then I just get my ass beat. Because he's not fast. And I'm not fast. And that's a bad combo. When I taught high school, not everyone had a cell phone. And that's probably for the best. Because I would have done horrible, mean things. I remember one time I answered someone's phone for them, and it was their hairstylist. I'm like, sophomore in high school, middle of a weekday, where do you think they're at? There was one up here.
How difficult did you find fake Ozzy in front of you?
Well, I mean, once I knew no one was mad at me, because that's why I almost didn't try out, because there's certain accents as a voice actor that you use a lot, either because they're called for a lot or it's just something that you personally can do relatively easily. Indian was not one of them that I did. It's not one I'd ever been called on to do. I didn't have one prepared, and I thought, I don't want to just, roll out something lame and possibly racist. But once I was like, okay, like the accent, it came pretty easily. I mean, I do better with characters that can lock into some sort of emotion than the ones that are like, yeah, I'm a rough, tough, tumble soldier man. Even though it's what they get called a lot to because they have the voice, but the ones that can lock into something, his devotion to Prince Soma is something I can lock into. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. He's got his magical curry hand. I wish I had a magical curry hand. I love curry. You guys need to know that. Squidhead, yes.
My friend would like you to say in Simon's voice, Shizuo, have you gained your period? Or period?
Have you gained your period? I'm going to say both things. Shizuo, have you gained your period?